Mada and NOOT. Same matchup as before. Oh, and I believe Sam is coming in. No,
sorry, I had to get my free Jimmy John's.
Well, thank goodness, Sam, you're here. I was beginning to be consumed in the void of loneliness.
I'm glad I'm here then too. Wouldn't want that to happen.
All right, so Isaac is riding this out. I think though, if he loses bad enough this game, he probably will switch to Falcon. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you're good. Definitely appreciate that Mada rests now. Oh my lord.
Yeah, Mada is so good. I've noticed that he's actually gotten better at doing the rest. Like he used to be so timid about rest.
He just did not want to do it. I mean, I definitely understand wanting to be risk averse, but holy moly, it's rest. Give Peach a rest. Oh my lord. He's so cold.
But so let's. I hope he continues along this path because it's so useful and he's crushing it.
I don't. Oh, okay. I don't know how I feel about Falcons going that deep. At least not with forward air. I feel like because up air will cover out the hitbox covers more space. I feel like. Yeah, I feel like he's going to switch to a spacey after this.
Yeah, it's not looking good for NOOT right now. I could definitely see a change in character. I don't think he's going to stick us out.
He just switches to Ganondorf for something. Ooh, okay. Oh, he was expecting the DI out. See, I go back and forth between that. Like, if maybe mixing up my DI as opposed to always opting for the air dodge out.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
I don't think the aerial came out. Must have been
sorry to interrupt you. I just...
And Isaac also interrupted that game by quitting. If Mada wins this in a suit, this will be my favorite tournament I've ever had night out. I am counting on you, Eric. You need to win this in your suit. Crouch cancel dare from a puff.
So, let's say NOOT wins this. He's not going to go to Dreamland.
No. I don't know. Sometimes Isaac is just like, yeah, I'll beat you on your favorite stage.
That's true.
And sometimes, like, the cockiness works. Usually it backfires. Of course, Isaac's at that point now where he's just good enough to where it doesn't really matter. Very nice. I believe that was shield drop up air, which I believe is great, as well as because you could do an early one, which will is a good get off of me. Or you could do a late one. You see Falcons just doing late up airs in general, kind of like that one, but more like forward facing, I believe. Wizard would kind of do like a jump away and then bring it and then come back in, almost like a Peach slap dash, and then he'll do a really low.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know what life is anymore.
I'm glad Mada went for that option.
I am actually very glad too. You kind of have to. It's on shield breaks.
Would that have been better, or would like a forward smash have done the same thing?
I'm not sure actually. This is a weird matchup. I do think. Well, I was gonna say like even on Yoshi's, he probably could still at least work the side platforms a little bit more. Maybe look for shield drop opportunities, just because Puff. I believe even with Yoshi's, Puff needs a second jump to get to the platform. She can't immediately, and so he probably could. It will give him enough time to get out of like a waveland grab attempt. Because Wizro normally will abuse the platforms against floaties in general. He does it against Armada, it doesn't work. And he does it against Hungry Box, which is like a 50-50. But Isaac is not as, we would call it a weenie. So I don't think you ever see that style of play from him.
Went for the grab even though there was no way.
I think just a crouch rest actually in a couple of his prior matches.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right. I think that is like probably the next step to his rest game that he should probably improve.
I don't think he's also accounting for like Mada kind of weaving in. It seems like a lot of times he'll do an attack but he won't necessarily overshoot it, and so Mada just weaves back and comes back in, which just makes Puff so frustrating, especially if you're a character that's forced to be on the ground.
That was so beautiful by Mada.
I really like where he
Unfortunately,
plays
didn't
that
pan out
bear.
for him. Did you notice how he was just moving around like up in the air, letting NOOT control, and then once he saw an opening, he went, took it, and tried to regain neutral. It didn't pan out for him perfectly, but it was a great idea, and I really liked how he did it.
I actually really like that single hit nair. If he looked like it was kind of a scramble, so he didn't really act out of it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Have you ever heard Jigglypuff like in some versions of PAL? Like if you watch some like videos of like Tech, the French Puff, I think if he plays Lucky, I think at one of the airs, and Puff has a completely different sound.
Oh yeah?
And so it's just like,
that's weird.
It's creepy.
In PAL, do they have like many other like?
But I don't think it's all of PAL. For some reason, it's a version of Melee to where the Puff is just called Purin, which I believe is a Japanese name, and it may actually be Japanese voice clips of it.
All in for the back air.
I believe that's I believe that's still it. If I remember right, I think that most matchups, because I think a lot of Falcons now, because at some point, like it's Falcon, you're gonna get hit, right? So a lot of like Wizzy sometimes will just opt to do a really high one towards. Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he did the Armada and waited until he was down 2 games to do it, but. I wonder why he didn't go Falco.
He's gonna have to beat Puff on Dreamland twice.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna come up. I mean, it's Fox, and I believe it can go either way with either one of them. But Mada has the advantage of being up 2 games and having 2 counter picks. So it's not the best position I just put himself in.
Okay.
Normally the floaty jumps when that happens, but the Spacey player jumped with the up air. It's real interesting. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very good match here. I'm liking this. This is Mada's keeping it respectable.
Yeah, respectful. No. Respectable, yeah.
I don't like Isaac though trying to bait Mada to come down there because it can go so wrong very fast. And especially with Mada's edge guard game getting so much better. Like I guess these past 2 Phoenix Flyers, at least from what I've seen, as opposed to where I know he used to use a lot of Nair to edge guard, which was really weird. And I believe the hitbox may last a little longer. Before there, I think has so much more utility, and that was actually really good as well. Oh, don't want to see that happen.
So many lasers.
These up airs, I'm actually surprised. I don't know if the timing is a little off for Mada or if he's like me and actually does not really SDI up airs. I usually will just hope for DI and buffering a double jump out. Although Nick was ruining me with up airs. Good match. I like it. What do you think Mada's going to have to... Does he think he needs to change anything if he wants to win, or do you think he's pretty much en route to a win?
I think he needs to...
Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh, did you see the non-professional pop-off?
Oh, man. That is not business
Did you
professional.
did you see
Not
all that
business
emotion?
Professional.
No, he's